Sure, I can see that. Continue.
But
Should look up
anyways,
Ben
I
Bauman
just-
high
so
school
what I
football.
was
No, I'm kidding. Don't look it up. That's not.
This is
Dude, you looked
I-
up Friends and Mimosas before? What the fuck? Wait, no, don't.
I'm a fan of,
What the fuck is that top video, dude? What is that top?
I did watch your episode. of Friends
That's a
and
sponsored.
Mimosas.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Dallas Church.
No, that's not me.
Fresh. Pastor Ben.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No.
He's a good comedian.
I didn't
No,
know you were
please do not
into
play this. If you play this, I'm getting up. Nah. Goodbye. Nah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be fucking dipping out immediately. That was I kind of led myself into that though. But so you quit football in 6th grade because you were like, I'm not athletic, and you stuck to
Well,
baseball.
I didn't make the team.
Oh,
I played
so-
baseball my whole life.
So you qualify. You didn't. I don't feel like you said you didn't make the team.
Yeah, I didn't make the team.
Okay,
Like,
well, that's
I
a different
tried
story.
out, didn't make the team.
So you just were like, football's over after that.
Yeah, I
Temp.
retired.
I guess for a little bit.
But I was actually, because this is like, it sounds lame as fuck.
Sure.
It probably was. but
Sure.
It was also like the best way to enjoy junior high.
Sure.
I was like the team equipment manager with my friend Seth.
Sure.
Seth had to be the equipment manager because he broke his neck when he was like 4.
That was like a guy named Mitch who was our announcer. He was not really named Mitch, but I feel like I shouldn't say his real name, so I won't. But he had like a few concussions, a few too many concussions, and they didn't let him.
Yeah.
They didn't let him play.
Seth couldn't play football, so he was just like an equipment manager guy.
Sure.
And I was like, dude, I'll fucking do that. That's fun. That
Yeah.
was fun. You get to wear a jersey and shit. You're hanging out at practice.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think it doesn't. I mean, maybe. I mean, this might be a little bit rude, I guess, but I would think that it doesn't look fun until the option of playing football is no longer there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No,
Like, you probably hadn't
definitely.
thought about it before then.
Right. No. Definitely not. Now, don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, I was like water boy for the high school team.
Sure.
At the private school I went to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable.
I had good bones in the field.
You had relationships with the
Yeah,
football
I knew what I
community
was
at your
doing.
school.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it was just a fun time because I still got to hang out with all my friends that were on the football team
Right.
all the time and shit. You got all the advantages of being on the football team except
Sure.
having to go out there and like fucking hurt yourself or suck.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the worry. Like, honestly, like I had a similar experience with baseball. At least, I mean, I did quit football like my senior year, the year after winning a championship, but that's a totally different story. But I quit the baseball team after my freshman year because I was like one of like 8 first basemen that we had. I was left-handed, so I was like they just automatically threw me at first base, and I was a freshman, so I mean, granted, they just do that in a lot of different ways for a lot of different types of players. But they always called me the right-handed lefty, and that's because I don't know, like I'm pretty like I can use both hands pretty equally, and I guess I just lean into my right hand a little bit weirdly, and I just wasn't a very good first baseman. Funny enough, I was like a left-handed catcher for like the first 5 years I played baseball.
Yeah, that's crazy. Left-handed catcher. If anybody knows anything about baseball, left-handed catcher is pretty insane.
Yeah, dude, and I could like throw people out at first, you know what I mean? And I can pivot pretty quickly, you know what I mean? But they obviously at a certain point, like when you start a school team or like even in middle school, they're not going to put a left-handed guy. They're going to utilize him as a first baseman, obviously, which is like the smartest choice, or a pitcher, which I was in middle school a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I'm good on the beer. We have work later. But
Like the little league teams, especially, like you can do a left-handed catcher just because you need somebody back there that's going to catch a fucking ball.
yeah,
There's
and
a
I
lot of
can
kids-
catch, and that's
There's
my
a lot of kids who sign up for that job and they're like, oh, I want to be the catcher because they saw the fat kid on the sand lot or whatever the fuck, and they get it back there and it's like, hey, dude, our best pitcher, like, you're not catching. Like, you can't catch him.
yeah.
So what does that mean? You're not the catcher
Mhm.
because we're going to pitch our best pitcher. We're not
Yeah.
going to put in our worst catcher.
Yeah, and
That's
the
insane.
thing is, I think I should have been put. I mean, one place I always loved playing, which is actually I quit despite my coach telling me that he was going to try to move me to outfield the next year. Because I mean, like I'm like 6'2". I got a like just size wise, I got a pretty good arm on me. So I always loved playing in the outfield because I can catch a ball. You know what I mean? Exactly. And even if after hearing that, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna not play baseball anymore. And also I was starting to get like more into theater, so that was when the musical was. So I was like, perfect time to not play a sport is in the spring. And so I quit baseball after my freshman year, and then I just like was the manager of a softball team my next 2 years in high school. I managed the softball team.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it was cool.
The school softball team?
Yeah, when they were good. They were very good.
So was it like an equipment manager situation?
No, it was a manager situation. Like I did everything. Like I did anything they wanted to. Like I participated in the practice. Like I'd say I kind of leaned more into, just because I had baseball skills, I could lean into like helping out during practice more than a lot of people could. You know, I could like hit a ball, or I could like throw a ball, and I just did that. It was very cool. I mean, I made a lot of good friends in high school because of it. I mean, and I'll just squash any like questions right now. Like, no, I did not get really with any of the women on the softball team. No, hey, no.
What about the guys?
There was one other guy manager. His name was well, I'll just call him. Let's call him Jay, right? But he was a goofy guy. He was colorblind, and it was funny to me at the time. But
Those are always the goofiest guys.
yeah, but that's yeah, and I apologize, and I feel bad about that, obviously, but he was cool. He was always super sweet. He did have to wear a helmet during like catching, because he had never. I don't think he had really ever played baseball or anything, and he got hit in the face a couple times, and they're like, you gotta wear like a face mask helmet to catch, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, that makes sense, and it was smart, obviously, because you don't want to get hit in the face with a softball more than once. And like I said, these girls were like I think like at least 4 of them played college softball. Like they were like, it was like they were like crazy. Like they were crazy. One of the girls' dad like led the NFL in like no, he was in the MLB. I take it back, because he was like he was an assistant baseball coach. Just to tell you how good our baseball team was, we had an ex-MLB player. He was our assistant coach, and he was just a hobby for him. But it was crazy, because she could bunt and get to he led the MLB in something. I think like RBIs or something, or like getting on base. I don't remember, but she could run like a 4.4, like 4.6.
Who's her dad, Pete Rose?
No. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't want to talk. I went to a good high school. I don't want to. There's no reason to talk about anybody I went to high school with name-wise. But she was phenomenal. She also played college softball, which was awesome. And she like just crazy. And she could also hit too. But like she would usually just like bunt and then just get on first immediately. She was there immediately. Because she would start like stepping, like she would be gaining speed before she ever bunted the ball. Yeah, she was crazy good.
Softball is one of the crazier positions in a sport I've ever watched anybody play.
I think she often. I mean, all of our girls could play third base. Honestly, we had a lot of great softball players, and I mean, obviously there was a few of them. Like I would say almost half the team, half the starting team, was crazy good. Especially my freshman year, because that was almost like 2 or 3 of the people in my year played college softball, and like there was already a couple girls that were on the team that were playing college softball, and like that were that good, and then they started like winning like 3rd in district. Like they just fucking, and I mean it's Texas, so it's already a pretty competitive place, and they just fucking kicked ass. It was awesome. My senior year I did quit, but that was just because I was like, I have no reason to. I don't have to do something this season of sports. That was like a requirement in my school, except when you were a senior. So I was like, I'm not doing this.
That's really cool though, like, to have, like, pride. Like, you have, like, high school pride.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have a ring from the championship my football team won.
Yeah.
You gotta rep your alma mater.
I mean, what's crazy, I mean, like, honestly, I went to such a good high school that, like, I mean, there were a lot of great colleges that people in my year got accepted to. I personally went to Loyola because I got a full ride, and I have no regrets. You know, I wish I could get that tattooed on my neck, but I think my high school was just such a top tier quality place. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Like a salad bar and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. What you know about a salad options?
What do you know about a freaking panini press, Doug?
Dude, all we had in high school was
Not shit. Dude. What you know about fucking breakfast pizza for lunch?
No, I know what that's about. We didn't go crazy. I mean, we had some. I went to a public school the first like 13 years of my life, so I mean, I'm pretty well versed.
Yeah, I did the opposite. I went to a very high class middle school,
Sure,
and then I was like, oh, I fucking hate this. This is a private school.
sure.
I was like, I don't really, Dad, why do you make me do this?
Yeah, I didn't go to private school until like the end of 6th grade, like the second half of 6th grade, I moved to Texas to live with my mom, and I went to a private school because I had gone to 5th grade there at a public school. And from what my mom told me, it was like they were like, this kid is like, he's
too good.
To be fair, the public school I went to in Ohio, where I'm from, is a phenomenal school system as well. I mean, I still got school pride for them, and I only went there until 5th grade, and it's friggin' like, I'll say Sycamore Schools. I mean, I'll just shout that out right now. They're Blue Ash Elementary, where I specifically went, was a blue ribbon school, which we never really understood what that award meant, but it was supposedly really good for schools to have a blue ribbon award.
I think the Ku Klux Klan.
I had. I've gone back. Mostly I've gone back to like my middle school when I was in high school, because that was like a thing that a lot of kids who went to different middle schools than the high school, especially because I went to like a little bit of a tiny little private one, and I had a lot of close relationships with teachers and stuff like that. A lot closer than in high school, even though it was still pretty intimate. Like, everybody had a relationship with their teachers. I went to pretty small schools. I mean, my high school was significantly bigger, but we had like a high school class of like 400. It's like 100 each grade. Sure. How old was this? What do you mean? I thought Montessori was just like my niece is in Montessori school and she's 4. I don't know if hers does, but sure.
It's like starts as Montessori school and then it goes into this like very small private school up until like 3rd.
Right.
And so it's like you get to go on like trips, like very genuinely like good teachers or whatever. It was like an amazing art teacher. He was like his father was in gallery, but quit it.
Mhm.
So like spent a year going down the Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Pull up some of these videos. I'm done. I don't want to talk anymore. That was a good conversation, though, y'all. Great job.
Let's see. Thank you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What does it read? What is this gonna be? You know, are they? Yeah, I think they're adding like football to the Olympics. I might be crazy on that one. I'm not sure if that's reliable.
I think it was in the talk.
Can we see what sports are being added to the Olympics?
I know softball's back.
That's fucking lit.
Yeah.
I might, dude. I hope I haven't really kept in touch with a lot of those girls, but a lot of those women, I should say. But I mean, God, one or two of them has got to be good enough to be able to play on the Olympic team.
Olympics.com.
I mean, we're gonna kick. America's gonna kick ass.
3-on-3 basketball.
America is softball. America is softball. That's crazy. Who hasn't been to one of their sisters' softball games or like?
Combined. That sounds like a white people sport.
Either of y'all got sisters?
I do.
Did she play softball?
No.
What?
Unfortunately.
She play volleyball?
Swim team.
Who's your sister?
Me and my brother were both on swim team.
Okay, that adds up for you actually.
Yeah. I grew up like.
You look weirdly aerodynamic.
I'm along the water. Dude, I grew up going to Hawaii every year. Like, I learned how to swim in like high currents.
Mahalo.
My body's designed for the ocean. One more year out there and I would have turned into wet pants.
That's not how that works. There's a video that explains this.
Oh yeah.
New Sports Olympics 2024. That's probably 2028?
2028.
No, wait. You know the 2028 Olympics are going to be in California? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring up. They're destroying a reef out there to put up a big Olympic monument.
You know,
Protected coral reef.
If I were to vote in the next election, which I probably won't, I would probably vote for the Democratic candidate. That's definitely, like, I lean that way. But I'm all for, let's get America the dopest place possible. And if we got to destroy a few reefs to get there, that's just what it's got.
we get the audio? Yes, we can.
Okay. 'Cause I mean, I'll say verbatim what's going on.
So it's
So far, I have no idea.
looks like there's a couple of French people. Maybe
What is
a
this
couple
Windows
Jews.
Movie Maker ass shit?
That was actually a Microsoft PowerPoint
Yeah.
transition.
They-
That's awesome.
Breakdancing,
Fade.
skateboarding.
Oh yeah, they're adding so many cool things. We own so many of these sports, dude. I mean, is skateboarding bigger anywhere else than
They put the
America?
Jabberwockies in the
I was about
Olympics.
to say,
Dude, what?
dude, the Chinese are gonna rip our, and the Koreans are gonna rip our
Dude.
ass in breakdancing.
Oh yeah, the Koreans definitely might have a shot.
What Koreans? Which ones?
Our Koreans.
The South Koreans?
Yeah,
What? They're not our Koreans.
they're our friends.
They're their own Koreans, but and they're their own people. But I was just wondering. I didn't know if North Korea was allowed in the Olympics or not.
Yeah, they are.
They have been.
No, they're not.
It's
They've
kind
gotta
of, it's kind of
Dude, everybody else is.
Everybody else is.
Pretty much, yeah.
it's kind of
Russia isn't because of their doping.
It's kind
issues.
of a crapshoot every year. Every Olympic cycle, they're like maybe they'll join.
No, they're.
They go and they're like.
You guys are speaking directly out of your own asses right now. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's kind of our whole podcast, though, Ben. Honestly, just misinformation.
Yeah, kids in the corner. Because if this were anywhere else, people would be like, "Go stand over there till we're done."
We do get in trouble a lot. Just as children. North Korean athletes have won a total of 57 medals.
Wait, what?
They probably had to sell them for food or something.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah.
What? I mean, North
Dude, I
Korea
mean,
is a horrible
they're-
place with a
they're
horrible
fucking-
dictator
I'm attacking
in
the
power,
government,
but
not the people, bro. It's the government's fault. That sucks. That sucks.
yeah,
that
dude.
somebody would
You
have
ever
to
seen
do
that
Hey, I don't
podcast?
like to make any judgments about the people in charge of North Korea. You know, they might be good people. You know, they might just be doing all they can. You know, who knows?
Maybe they
I
are.
won't say
right.
anything for or against them.
Sometimes
For
America,
wait,
America
no, you can
makes
speak
me
out
feel
against
like maybe
North
we
Korea.
are the bad guys sometimes. So maybe that's valid. Maybe they are. Maybe they are good people in North Korea and Russia.
That's. I'm gonna drop. I'm not talking. I'm not gonna.
What if those people just wanted to starve?
Oh, wait, what?
I'm talking about the governments, guys. I'm not talking about, once again, not the people, dude.
Actually,
It's unfortunate that they, they weren't born in America.
okay. This is actually real. I did go on a date last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I took her to the World War II Museum.
That was 2 nights ago.
Yeah. The other night. Yeah. It gave me a new appreciation for how much we can gloss over 20 million dead Chinese people. That's more than
Yeah.
died in the rest of World War II.
Are you talking about the Uyghur genocide that's going on?
No. I'm talking about the ones the Japanese did on.
I like
the
it, Ben.
Chinese.
Bring it up.
Well,
Bring it up.
you won't even bring it up. Are you a Disney fan? What? I don't even care. What are you talking about? Are you talking about this years old thing that happened?
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about the thing that's currently happening.
Yeah.
And Disney filmed the live action Mulan pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It was like over a ridge. Like imagine
Look that up.
imagine fleeing a helicopter.
No,
Well, it's
that's not.
probably, like,
What
on
do you type
their
in? Type in
property or
Uyghur
some shit.
Uyghur genocide. Starts with a U. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've never experienced anything quite as close to communism as when I went to Disney World, like towards the end of COVID, but we still had to wear masks and shit. Like you paid for everything with this wristband and shit.
Look it up.
You had to order
Ooh.
shit from your phone.
Third one. No, that's the second one. 2 million.
Yeah.
2 fucking
You
million,
know what
dude.
that is? That's also like.
What is the website? Is this reliable?
ForTheMartyrs.com.
This is horrible. We should get out of here. This seems far
You
right.
picked
This
it
seems
up.
far right. I didn't realize what the website was.
Martyrs.com, is that what that was?
It just had a cross in the logo, so I'm not really. What's happening in China's concentration camps? Human Rights Foundation. That seems yes, yes.
I don't usually like when the website pops up red at first.
As Muslims globally celebrate the holy month of Ramadan with their families, is that what that said? The
Yeah,
Uyghur
it's
people.
I don't think it's Ramadan this month.
Look up. Go up. See where the dates of the article. Just go up and look at the. You can just look at the date of the article, dog.
It's not up there.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
April 13th.
Okay, so this was in April. The
Isn't that
Uyghur
media
people.
literacy?
Yeah, dude, I know how to cite my sources.
Myrmidon's like they're easier.
I know how to do works cited and bibliography. I got Chicago, MLA, freaking ASPCA.
And MD.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen, considering what, dude. I wanted to actually get a little bit of a read on this. Can you? That was the worst thing I've ever seen, dude. I was forced to teach in a camp. There were about 7,000 men in there, with 13 to 14 in a cell. They slept on the floor. They didn't take a shower at all in the 6 months I was teaching there. There were specific slots to go to the toilet. For food, they had steamed bread and soup. They had handcuffs and chains on their feet. This is art. I can already see this as a bad topic. These are things that I think about. I don't know what side to take, but it's just a crazy thing that's going on here. I mean, I don't know if there are sides. That's my whole point.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think there's such a scale to it. Like,
Sure.
There's such a scale to things like this happening that it's really hard to wrap your head around. And there's so many different moving factions at play that we just don't know about.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go to like the search results for that, you saw the first two were like, what's happening? What's going on? And those seem like they lean towards the side that wants to like downplay the situation. And that seems so weird. And it just seems like, what is downplaying or upplaying of this situation? Give me the numbers. This is giving me the numbers. And I like that a little bit about this article. I mean, it is from the Human Rights Foundation.
I thought it was a little weird they told us everything that they did have.
I don't know if it can legally be, I mean, can it be classified as like a culture genocide because they're trying to like re-educate? Like, look at brainwash right there. Are all the guards brainwashed? They're trying to erase a culture, and that's. I mean, we didn't erase. They still have. I mean, we did do similar things. I won't say we didn't commit a genocide against the Native Americans. I think that we did, but, and we being not us. So.
So the want to destroy like another person's like, cultural heritage is like a thing that has been done very successfully in the past with like the Mayans. We only have about 12 to 16 like saved Mayan books. They had books, they wrote books, but they burned all of them.
Yeah, that was in like the 1500s. That was like some freaking
Don't forget the Library of Alexandria too. They burnt that.
Who's like the original conquistador? Who's that guy? You know who I'm talking about?
Fucking Christopher Columbus.
No, I mean, yeah, kind of, but more like the guy that like went to like South America and like convinced them that he was like a god.
Oh, Fernando
Cortez, that's who it is. Yeah, he's crazy. That's the guy that would do crazy shit. And there's a lot of people that did crazy shit. I mean,
you would just go there and become a warlord, and then like you had the back.
I mean, you guys know what the West Indies are? You know what the West Indies? You know those are called that because Christopher Columbus thought that was India.
Yeah.
He thought he went.
Yeah, that's why they call them Indians. They thought it was the West Indies Islands, which is India, like around India, Polynesia.
No, West Indies is like here. It's like on this side of the world.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's why it's called the West Indies. It's because he thought it was India. It's like West India.
Alright, let's look that up.
Google West Indies for us, please.
West Indies
nuts.
Let's go.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where are they at maps?
Okay, wait. How do you read this fucking cricket score?
I think it's the higher one.
325 to 326 and 1/6. 326 over 6.
Wait, so that means they lost by like 5 times. That's crazy. Wait, go to the maps. I want to see where it is. I could be completely wrong about this. No, I was right.
So the actual score was.
Where are we seeing where they are?
Yeah, let's see this.
Okay,
This could be this. Let's see the rest.
there we go.
Okay, so it's Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's next to Puerto Rico.
This whole like right?
No, go screw the zoom in. Is it Puerto Rico?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's
Pointing me to West Indies. Pointing to Puerto Rico.
All of them, maybe all of those.
I think this entire area is called West Indies.
Sure. I mean, probably not anymore. Maybe we were using a very antiquated term right there.
Because could be. I mean, I don't really.
you
When was the
discovered
last time
America.
someone
That's the first time I've said it in multiple years, I think.
Is like a very,
I don't think I've really ever said it.
It's a real old explorer kind of terminology.
Yeah.
Like, deep in the heart of Patagonia. Like, no one says like that anymore.
Yeah, Taiwan.
speaking of Patagonia, I found it very difficult to try to sell Patagonia jackets to Buffalo Exchange. If you know what that is, it's,
Oh yeah.
they don't buy my Patagonias, so I just wanted to let
You know
that be.
why?
No, I think they always say that there's a mark right here. I'm like, I think that's part of the Patagonia lady. I don't. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know, but
I think we don't take Patagonia jackets because the owner said something about like the Holocaust. Not really like legitimate. Nathan Fielder did a bit on it when they were done like.
Nathan Fielder's great, dude. Do you know how many people I have? Like, you know how many people who I no longer have a relationship with, who I got into Nathan Fielder, who still have a close relationship with Nathan Fielder, like parasocial, obviously,
Yeah.
but like, I'm not even as involved as some of the people who I've gotten involved with Nathan Fielder with. I love Nathan Fielder. I used to be obsessed. I've seen Nathan For You probably like 6 times. I think that kind of made it harder for me to watch the rehearsal because I just really liked Nathan For You. Like I thought it was some of the best television that's maybe ever been made in the history of the world. And I mean, I mean, just to think about the intro where he goes, "I finished college with really good grades," and then it shows like a bunch of C's, and you're like, Jesus, that's awesome.
Just a good joke, and it's good every time.
Or like in the again, these are the intro. I could tell you about like the end of the first season when he like threatens to have his pants pulled down by a robot, and he has he has to learn how to get out of cuffs. And you know, there's another one where he makes people pay like a rebate on their gas, so they get like $1 gas. But then the rebate mailbox is like in the middle of the mountains, so he has to take these people on like almost like a 2-day long hike. They like camp through the night, and it's some of the best stuff I've ever seen. I mean, you know, he found John Wilson.
Yeah, so no. He made some like very funny sketches with John Wilson with Netman Curtin.
There's
So
a
there's a real book called How I'm Glad My Mom Died.
sure. I mean, Harvey Weinstein has apparently. I mean, I think Drew Barrymore had sex or did not have sex, not consensually at least, with Harvey Weinstein. I think there's a rumor that Lana Del Rey talks about she had sex with Harvey Weinstein or something.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman had to.
I don't know. I mean, Uma Thurman's a great actress.
No doubt. There's been great action. I think there's like a lot of them, and I think a lot of them just kind of keep quiet about it too.
That's crazy.
I saw a thing. What's her face from Orange Is the New Black? The real meth-headed lady. You know what I'm talking about?
The real meth head, the one that had fake teeth by the end of it.
Yeah, her. She was on
Small one?
Yeah, she was on Whitney Cummings' podcast the other day, and she was talking about how she's been offered the golden juice.
What's the golden juice?
She didn't exactly get into it, but she's like, they offer it to you, and you get more opportunity. But she said, I saw some of the girls on Orange Is the New Black. They got the golden juice, and just like the change that happened in them, she just kept saying the golden juice.
Was she like kind of a crazy lady? Or like this sounds kind
Well,
of
there's a reason
insane.
why in every show that she's in, she plays such a convincing meth head, is that she has to be on all kinds of drugs, or at least have a past in it, and it's pretty much fried. But also,
Yeah, but
she
what
could've
is?
been offered a drink.
I'm just saying what you just said was insane because it just sounds like the rambling psychobabble of a lady who clearly is not right in the head. Because golden is the new juice. Golden is the new juice. That was good. But
Golden is the new juice. Title
no. But
name.
all I'm gonna say is
Gold juice conspiracy. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Jim Carrey. I trust. So if we could watch the Jim
Darren
Carrey, you just
yeah,
watched the
that's
Lindsay
her name.
Lohan one, dude.
That's a Lindsay Lohan.
Comics aren't allowed to get the golden juice. Dude, tell me who on Orange Is the New Black is really truly an emerging star in the industry right now.
Okay. None of them, but what's her face was on that show from that '70s show.
Yeah.
She was on that show, and she's pretty prominent through it. I think she just made. Well, here's the thing: most of them probably made enough money to say, "Fuck it, I'm not doing shit."
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes you never outlive a role.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is that this is dumb. I mean, Jim Carrey was fucking around, and this girl is clearly on life drugs. Like,
yeah, I think Jim Carrey's the new top. Jim Carrey's the new.
Yeah, and when
Jim
Whitney
Carrey-
Cummings is like the same person in the conversation.
Dude, I think Jim Carrey.
well, I mean,
I love Whitney Cummings. She's
I mean,
at her fucking top sometimes, though.
yeah, she's crazy. And I mean, just because, I mean, she probably had this this woman on the podcast because she wanted to hear some of that golden juice stuff. She wanted to hear about it, and I mean, I would too. I mean, I mean,
I think it's someone powerful who wanted to pee on her. I think that's exactly it.
no. Live forever. I mean, was she speaking metaphorically or literally? Do you think she really is that deep with it? She was probably speaking literally, and it was golden juice, whatever it was. I mean, golden juice could just be just like a term for something not even liquid. It could be a term for something that's like a wristband to a club. Golden juice, baby.
Yeah, it could be apple juice. A big glass of apple cider.
Good thing I always drink a lot of apple juice.
Tom Hanks says it has nutty undertones.
You don't. That's insane. What are you talking about?
Fucking around.
No, I'm kidding, Crockett. What time is it?
Fuck around.
It's 5:10.
Okay.
5:10.
Mm.
It's good time to live. We got into really deep holidays.
Sure. I mean, no. Let's get into something completely different.
Oh, look. Pull up the picture that I sent. We'll talk about that right quick.
Oh yeah.
So, as the people on the podcast may know, and everybody here knows, I do work in the automotive industry. I do sell vehicles.
Vehicles, hard H.
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh, hell, man.
Keep talking though, Crockett. Let us know.
So, I work in the automotive industry. I sell vehicles. I decided to spice up my little office.
Sure, you have an office. You have an office.
Yeah.
Is it a cubicle or a real like doors and windows office?
Doors and windows office.
Whoa!
Like,
Is
it's
it
not
like an
private,
automotive
you know,
industry clear
you
glass
ever
between
been-
the
I was
offices?
about to
Yeah.
say, yeah, and then there's like walls in between it, but my front wall's all glass, and I got a window behind me. But you'll see it here in a second, actually.
Do you have blinds?
No. So I spruced up for the holiday season. I went and bought.
Were other people
And
sprucing up their desks?
Yeah, someone had a Christmas tree. Someone
Big
had some,
tree?
Like like a little desk tree.
Okay,
Yeah,
desk-
put it in the drive.
Dude, wouldn't that be kind of cute though? Imagine you get a giant Christmas tree and you go to the very tippy top of it and you just cut off a tiny little bit and you take that into your office and you put it on your desk.
Right. And so what I got was a 4-foot tall inflatable Santa Claus from Walmart.
That seems crazy,
And
but I'm down with it, Crockett.
on the box, it looked like a regular Santa Claus.
Is it a photo we're about to look at or a video?
Yeah, it's a photo.
You can go to types, I think. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say, there it is right there. So this is the Santa Claus, and I got multiple comments on it at work, and I noticed it when I pulled it out the box that is indeed a black Santa.
Yes, sure. One could say that. I mean,
Even more in person.
that's an educated guess, I would say.
And on the box it looked pretty like a regular Santa Claus.
Well, I'm just.
The regular say
Whitewashed Santa.
Well, can I ask a question? Something that my eye is really drawn to is what looks to be a very pink butthole for a nose.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't understand what all that's about.
Can I get a zoom in on that nose, please?
Yeah, I don't know if they tried to do it like it has vitiligo or something.
What? What? It looks more like a butthole the closer I get.
No, I think they used a white Santa's nose on this model.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
why is it so
He's
pink?
even got more of like a salt and pepper.
Does the nose come
It's like
off?
the
Does the
white-
nose like? It's not like flat like the eyes are. The nose like comes off of him a little bit. He's got a nose that kind of sticks out. Is that real?
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it looks. Yeah, it kind of like it's a little bit softer than the rest of it, but it's still got some air going to it.
We got a photo on this.
Bruh, that is an ugly nose, dude. That is disgusting.
That's terrible.
Bro, what's up with that butthole nose, dude?
That's bad.
It looks like-
he's not inflated all the way.
You know what he?
It does. I mean, I don't. If it was smooth, it would be okay. If it was completely smooth,
Yeah. But you know what it really does though? That
disgusting.
I
You're like a ghost, dude.
is that it makes people makes them kind of vulnerable.
Sure.
They open up to you because they're like, oh, this guy, you know, he's pretty open to most things. I mean, he's got a black Santa in here. That's pretty progressive. And it was totally on accident.
I wonder the type of person to say that having a black Santa makes you seem progressive.
Well,
What does that say about you?
I have black friends.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like.
No, or is the thought should be they're coming into my office and they notice the black Santa, and in their heads, you know what they're thinking? Like, this is still good for you, but I don't think they're thinking how you're thinking. I think they're going, he didn't even, like, he had no second thoughts about that being black. He didn't think about it twice. He just goes, Santa. He doesn't go black Santa. He looks and goes, they go, that's crazy what you got over there. And you go, yeah, Santa Claus? I know. So,
Yeah, that's what my attitude was with them. It's like, yeah, it's Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus, and they're like, oh, you don't think it's a little dark?
some people were saying this.
Yes, they bring it up. They're the weird one.
Yeah.
That's what
Everybody
makes it
else
great.
is bringing it up. I kind of noticed it, and I went and found my closest coworker before I even aired it up because I saw the skin on it, and I was like, I'm gonna put this back in. I actually put it back in the box, and I almost didn't use it.
Not a story you should share after this. That's cut out.
I went and told my coworker, I was like, dude, come look at this Santa Claus.
Sure.
You gotta come look at
Sure.
Because I didn't want to deal with the repercussions of having a black Santa as a white man.
Like, as
Especially
if, like, you would worry people are thinking you're trying to make a joke about it. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to be cute or some shit.
You checked it with the black guy in the office.
Dude, they were all fine. No. This guy was white that I went and sold first.
You know what? It would have been way more badass than you if you just put it up and had no thoughts about it. You had no thoughts about it. I think in the future your goal should be to actually, if you see, for example, a black Santa Claus, you should not even think twice about it. Always just go with that's just Santa. What if, Santa can be anything.
So if you see right there above its eyebrow, that blue light, I knew it had lights in it, so I thought maybe when the lights go on, it lightens the face up.
I think it's a nighttime decoration.
Yeah. And,
Have you seen it with the lights off? Do you have blinds on the back of your window? On the back window? That's a pretty nice little view. I see a waterway out the back. I see some type of water.
No, it was raining like a motherfucker that day. The pumps weren't working. That's what that was.
I think
My brain is pulsating right now. Knowledge.
Yeah, you look like Mars.
brain blast. But you know what I don't get is why didn't they? This is weirder, right? Because it seems like the whole shade of this Santa is wrong. Like, shouldn't it have white beard, nose,
Right,
beard,
that's what I'm
mustache?
saying. It's definitely like a black Santa
Yeah.
because it's like a smoky, like
Yeah,
old
it's
man
a
beard.
smoky beard. It's salt
Yeah,
and pepper.
white guys don't really get that kind of darker salt and pepper like that. It just doesn't really happen.
I think it does.
I mean, it kind of can.
That doesn't. That's moot point. I think Santa Claus, no matter who Santa is, always has a white beard,
Yeah, no,
snowy white,
You know what else? we're
and his
also
beard
not-
was snowy white. I don't know. That's a song. That's a song, dude.
Alright,
In the description, they never say that he's a white guy. They say he's a white beard.
Okay.
his long beard
So,
reaches down to the snow.
I have two
No.
thoughts.
Know where the ice ends and his beard
I have
begins.
two thoughts right here. We're not even mentioning that his eyebrows are definitely black in color.
They're darker gray than the beard for shade. You might be a little colorblind because they are definitely lighter than his eyes.
Okay, never mind. I was looking at it from. That's what it is. It's this angle. It's
Okay.
this angle on the monitor.
Okay.
And also, possibly, could it be a gingerbread man?
I do that. I don't like it.
Yeah, but again, you know what draws me away from it? You know what a gingerbread man never ever has? A nose. Ever.
You know what a
He would-
gingerbread
That's
always
true.
always has? Some other kind of like candy themed, maybe a giant like lollipop, maybe a candy.
Have you
themed-
looked on the comments on the people that ordered this? Where did you get this off Amazon?
I got it at Walmart. And so another thing was like there was no other options. There wasn't like Mocha Santa.
Look at the reviews for this.
White
No,
Santa.
there's not gonna say Mocha Santa. What is wrong with you,
I
dude?
fucking bought it, and now I'm in this awkward situation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just say?
Really Italian Santa.
I'm not gonna lie. Someone in the office.
I bet Amazon has
someone
Mexican
in the
Santa.
office did say mulatto Santa.
Yeah, where do you work in like deep
He works in Canada.
Kenner?
We
That's
go
when the
any
Trump
further
flags
than that
pop
with
up
the identity.
immediately.
But
You got a lot of
Yeah,
Trump
I did
supporters
think
coming
it
there to
was.
buy cars from you. 90%.
it's a lot of Spanish people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't. Are they though?
Yeah.
Are they Trump supporters?
Oh, I mean that definitely could be. if they're like the first guy I sold a vehicle to, he's probably a Trump supporter. He's a business owner, and he's from Honduras. And yeah, he seems like he's about his money.
Right.
Everybody knows, like you like you have to deal with it in tweets.
Are you about your money?
Everybody's making more money than Donald Trump. I mean, like nothing until I've gotten
Everybody
to
was
this
making
age,
more money when Donald Trump was president.
Nothing's affected me.
Is that true?
I would say the people that were making more money already.
Didn't we go through that whole thing where I mean it might have been COVID, right, that did it. He was still president for like the beginning of that.
Yeah.
And for most of it actually, I think. And he didn't all small businesses close. We don't have those anymore, small businesses.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Part of this ongoing structure of like collapse that's been going on since like the 90s.
Restructuring, let's call it.
Yeah, restructuring.
As in the structure, then in the case where there's no middle class and there's wealthy and
Yeah,
poverty.
exactly. Like these companies crash. The money doesn't go to the people; it goes to these new businesses that become really huge.
Well, what's crazy is they're not really getting rid of the middle class. The middle class is just wealthy, and then like the upper class is like the neo-wealthy. Like, yeah, my dad owns the freaking Cincinnati Reds. You know what I mean?
And the rights to George Washington's likeness.
Yeah, exactly. Say that again.
Why do Uber and Lyft have to compete so hard?
That doesn't
They're
even.
spending so much money like fighting each other and like.
They're not fighting each other.
But they're not.
Right, if you think about business competition and capitalism, they're not really competing against each other. They're both just competing for the customer, and that's the only way that businesses do anything is they're just trying to get more customers. And I guarantee that is not the most valuable way to get customers is to try to take people from Uber. I mean, I will say Lyft has this whole thing that it kind of operates in. That's kind of its place, right? Because Lyft, you take a Lyft when you're smart and you know that it's going to be cheaper than an Uber because it almost always is cheaper than an Uber. And who knows if that's not their operating standpoint that they want to be in. That's like the market that they're targeting. It's like the people who don't want to get an expensive Uber.
Crockett
And
Wireless.
Cricket Wireless, I don't know who that's for.
That's for whoever needs a phone great.
The first phone I got was like the Cricket phone, but it was like the joke phone that your parents were like, this can call home, police, and your dad. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and then it didn't work.
A ladybug phone.
Yeah,
You remember those girls had the ladybug phone?
I thought the ladybug phone, oh no, that's the jitterbug. You know the one with the big buttons?
Yeah.
The jitterbug.
When I went to iPhones, I still had the flip. In like freshman year of high school, I had like the flip.
Dude, I had a crazy phone that literally had like a full keyboard where the letters were placed like that, and it was like square screen, and it opened. Yeah, mine flipped upwards. It was like a little square, and then it flipped upwards, and I could literally, if I had tiny little like doll fingers, I could have been like, but I really just used my thumb.
Mine was cool because it was like a screen like this, but it was like a really shit screen, and then you would just like snap it up. It looked like a Game Boy.
That slide.
Mine had the same exact, at least a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
The one, no Game Boy
Oh,
Advance,
the clamshell?
the clamshell Game Boy. That's the one I really grew up with.
Yeah. So there's this guy that I work with, and he has one of the like.
That's not gonna be the
Samsung
one that we're
smart
talking
flip
about.
Phones, where it's a LCD screen, but it folds over.
I think I had the red one.
But it's still just
Or a
looks like
silver
he's
one. It was
using
either
a
red or
flip
silver.
phone because of his like body type and stuff and how old he is. He treats it just like a flip phone too. He goes like,
So he has like the new one that flips?
yeah, with the
With
touch
nice
screen and shit.
He's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, folding it.
And sometimes it like
There's a
Yeah.
comedian in the scene who has I feel like he has more than one of those phones that flip.
Dude, I
You know who I'm talking about? Comedian in the scene.
it's Sia. Chris Brandon.
Okay, well nobody asked you to. That's nobody. I don't like to name names on anything I'm on.
Yeah.
So, but you can cut that out. But yeah, he has like flippity flip flips. He's got 99 cameras, but a bitch ain't one. Like
We did,
he has a 360-degree camera.
before you got here, we did mention the party of last night.
There's a party. Oh yeah, that was ugh.
Yeah. We don't have to get into it.
Sure.
One lady, though, gave me her phone to take a picture, and she said, hold on a second, and then I swear, unfolded it like this, and then unfolded it like this.
I bet he's got one of those.
And it was like an iPad size.
It had 4 different
It was
screens,
like-
essentially. It had
Like
4.
those weird Christian Rubik's cubes they used to give
I
you
had
at
to hold-
Wendy's.
I had to hold it like with my.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Crockett.
You don't remember those? It was like a little like pyramid or something like that. You could. They had them at like Bible school, and they gave them out at Wendy's.
Oh,
as
where you
well.
could just like make it into different shapes?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It's like paper and it tells a story and shit.
That's not real.
It looked like one of these
What are you talking about right now again? Remind me?
new phones.
What is that? The belt buckle of a
That's it.
sex demon?
That's the Xbox 720.
4, say twice foldable or 4 times. Look up like a foldable phone. Just look at it. You can probably find it really easily. Just go like, how many folds does it have? Foldable.
Felt like I was in full
Dude, it just said foldable printer. Do those exist?
Let's find out.
No, they don't. No.
I've seen some really weird ones on like Asian Dormer and
This is the one she
TikTok.
had. So like most of them do like that. But
Some of them, no.
this one-
Some of them go long ways.
this one-
Those have been around a lot longer. Those have been around a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for sure, dude. You don't think I keep up with phone technology? That's crazy.
Oh boy, has.
Dude, I think it's, I mean, dude, the one that folds on the screen side is wild. That is not real.
Yeah.
That is not real. That's freaking.
It'd be cool if it was just like.
Oh no, see, like, look,
What do you even use that for? A fucking surfing game? That's fucking
You
insane.
have it on like a watch?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Wait. You can't really see it.
You can put it around your dick while you beat off.
It's like it records your.
POV.
Yeah, this.
POV me and you.
This specific thing is what I had taken issue with. This guy.
Issue, that's the solution, buddy.
That's the
If somebody comes out with like an actual like usable thing like that where it can be a watch or a phone, that might actually be the one thing that's able to topple Apple and its monopoly.
It'll never catch on because all you have to do is like just brush someone's arm and you can like see who they can text them.
Not true, dude. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Maybe you can fold it like that. If it folds like that, why can't they make it fold the other way too? And then you can have like a little screen on the other side. Apple Watches are the same thing. If I get you Apple Watch and I know your code, dude, they don't have a passcode like that and everything else, dude. You can go see shit. It could have a.
No passcode. I don't think log
It
on.
has a watch mode too,
My data belongs to corporations and my friends.
dude. I think in the
I'm sure
future.
some person
I mean, in
cares
a lot of
about
future things, there's like bands that people wear that are like this big. They're like a QB band.
Oh, like
You know what I mean?
Like a Pit Boy from Fallout.
Yeah, like just like a robotic attachment, where you just like you can type with one hand, like
It's
4
a sick
fingers.
accessory too.
Yeah, and like the past is pharaohs. They wore huge long bands. The future,
What do you think they were doing with those pants? Pyramid.
pyramid moving. They're moving the pyramids. Have you guys seen those videos of large boulders being dropped on trucks? How did the Egyptians do it? That's crazy. Who the frick is Prod Nose?
Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka.
Oh, gross.
Prod Nose?
No, that's crazy. Scroll down. Some of
Or
these.
do they?
I don't. None of the Star Wars. None of the Star Wars. Oh, weird. They have a cat thing. Catwoman thing. That's weird. Yeah, pretty much. Dude, those aren't even Funko Pops. What are those?
Action figures.
So, Achilles action figures.
And what is the sun plush? That is scary looking. It's only $15. They took a deal. No, that's bad. It's trash. Go back to the website.
Dog shit.
Sun guy.
No, not interested.
He's from Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, he's gonna be cool.
Oh, I like whatever that circular thing of fur is. Momo never uses a sword in Avatar. What is that about?
That's fake. It's usually after that. It's usually that people like it. People like it. Oh! Ninja Momo! Whoa!
Oh, is that Kento Konami? Is that the show he's from? Glow? Is that what that is, or is that
No.
Jujutsu Kaisen? I know who he is. I know who he is.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm kept up with Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, the Naruto one is cool. They made it pretty bad though. I like the Zenitsu one. Hulk is cool.
We have,
Paddington, I kind of am digging. Paddington goes
yeah,
hard.
I mean, Dolly Parton? 1977 tour?
No. What?
Tits aren't
That's
nearly
the-
big enough.
They don't even. Does she even have any?
Yeah. I'm gonna, don't worry, I'll fix that myself. I got a 3D printer.
All right, let's go to page 4, dude. Page 4's got some hidden gems. Is that Captain Planet? That's lit.
Captain Planet Flying.
That's
Limited
lit.
edition Captain Planet Flying. $15. Get it while it's hot.
It's not hot. That's why it's $15.
It's so hot.
Dude, look at Appa in this one. That's
Ninja Appa.
badass.
You get Appa and Momo.
Ninja Appa?
They're in a set. They can stand guard next to your sign.
Godzilla Funko Pop goes
Archie.
crazy, and I think glow just means glow in the dark.
Godzilla one's pretty awesome too.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying,
So
dude.
this one's $3 more. Should we do some comparisons?
Well, that
Yeah.
one's better.
What's the
Well,
real
yeah, that one's
difference?
obviously better. Yeah.
What does Heat Ray do?
Glows in
No,
the
that
dark.
no, that one seems to be better. But what does the Heat Ray
They
do?
both have the heat ray.
Yes, that's what I'm
The
saying.
heat ray is just a piece of plastic in its mouth.
Yeah, but this one said exclusive. How's it exclusive? Because it's like the original one, I guess maybe.
Whoa, what's different about it? Oh, glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark.
But that one's
This
cheaper.
one doesn't.
But that
No,
one's cheaper.
This one's $3 more to make it glow in the dark.
Okay, word. That makes sense.
Doesn't look like it lights up or anything. I doubt it's super luminescent.
I bet it is. Those things are pretty good. You stick them in. You got the light. You stick it in a room where lights are on all day, or you stick it like where there's a window. It'll start glowing.
Yeah, be real. It's great.
I mean, that's the best glow technology we have to date because it doesn't require a
It's not
battery.
bad, It's $15.
And it's like by the time the glow goes out, that's probably when you need to go to sleep.
Imagine using Afterpay. Going into Afterpay debt for Funko Pops. 4 interest-free payments.
Well, I think there was maybe like a slightly less than the Beanie Baby situation because I don't know if you know about this. Beanie Babies they became exclusive through a type of marketing that they did and the reselling on eBay. I mean, there's a Beanie Babies movie with Zach Galifianakis called T.Y. I think it's called, or Ty or whatever.
What?
And it's on Apple TV. It's a fantastic film. Zach Galifianakis absolutely kills it. So does his co-star. I cannot remember her name right now. She was in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. She's fantastic.
What's your
The Beanie Bubble. Yes.
This year.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie. I don't think the reviews are good. I always like it when they take an honest approach to history. It came out 2023 this year. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this. No, that's Zach Galifianakis.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Throwing me for a loop. Okay.
He's like a, yeah, he's crazy. He's
Does he
wild.
kinda do like his campaign voice?
Yes, a little bit. I mean, he has like a metrosexual vibe about him, I would say, where he's a very straight man. He actually cheats on people quite a bit, but he,
I like these movies that do kind of like fly under everybody's radar when they come out. And that,
yeah, it
like,
wasn't,
star
I mean,
studded.
I'll tell you this, no one watches Apple TV.
Yeah, this one, Barney. Have you ever seen Barney with Jack Black?
Bernie?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, where he kills an old lady.
Yeah, based
Yeah.
off a true story.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like the based on true stories, especially when they give it a little bit of character and stuff. It's like you can't control ultimately if you want to stick to the story and have it end correctly.
Yeah, and what's great, they use like real people from the town that knew people and interview them and shit, and use them as like part of the movie.
I think I've seen
And
this.
then Jack Black and the actors would act out their scenes.
That's great. This is the first Will Forte. Like the first time I learned who Will Forte was.
That show, really?
Yeah.
Will Forte's the
Well, I
man,
had heard of
dude.
him before,
Will
but,
Forte, every
was
scene
excited.
he steals every scene that he's in an SNL. When he was on SNL,
Good old days. That was when it was good.
no comment. I find humorous things in both the modern and the a little bit older. But it goes back to like the 70s, dude. I mean, you wouldn't watch the 70s ones right now. The original sketches you might not laugh at. Like, I don't even find myself like, I mean, I think it was hilarious. I'm a huge fan of, who was the guy that was in Tommy Boy? Oh my goodness, I know his name. No, the other one. Chris Farley, yeah. I think he's hilarious. I don't, his SNL sketches are not always my favorite. I do like a lot of them, but, I mean, even just because they're a little dated. Humor's not one of those things that, like, some jokes will be funny forever, but maybe they won't be. But most jokes,
Very short shelf life. Those jokes, like a half life where they decay. And that's why it's standard comedy.
what is this? You're just playing Weekend? No, this is the one. Is this the newer one? Because this is the one about. I mean, the title says something about. Wait, no, this is an older one. The newer one is about.
A newish sketch that is pretty good to me. It's a whole series. Is the Californians.
Oh yeah, that one's not super new though.
The
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
California. No, it's like mid 2000s. It's
Yeah.
like even past 2010 probably. I mean, the Californians is a fantastic sketch. They could still bring that back. I feel like they've probably actually done that not too long ago. I'm very thirsty.
Is that what I
Is this the water you gave me right here? Oh, I didn't know that was mine.